as I'm sure you'll notice, when we render our scene, things look great, yes, but it's a bit kind of dull. I mean, the horizon, you can see where our ocean ends and so forth. Now, we as animators and visual effects artists, we are always required to tweak the eye, or to tweak the way in which people see, we are required to change the way in which people see things from our own perspective. In other words, we just show them what we want them to see, you know. That's the whole point of being animators and visual effect artists, you know. So here's what we're going to do. To create that, we're going to call one of Mother Nature's favorite things in winter. It's called fog. That's right, a fog. Fortunately for us, 3D Max is so powerful that it comes with built-in tools to enable us to recreate such a natural phenomenon. Here is how we're going to create the fog. We go to Rendering, Environment, or you can simply press 8 on the keyboard. And then you're going to see here under Atmosphere, Effects, we are going to add a fog. There we go. And then scroll down, and we're going to adjust the parameters as follows. Firstly, the fog color, of course, is going to be the color of the fog. At this point, it's going to be white. We're going to change the fog type to layered, not standard. Okay? So that here we can control where the top and the bottom of the fogs appear. Now, since it's a layered fog, of course, we determine where should the fog start from and where should it end. So we're going to change the top value to 20 centimeters. Okay? The bottom, we're going to change it at minus 45 centimeters. Remember, we are working on the centimeters unit as we set it up in the beginning of the tutorial. Now, very important is the density. In other words, how much fogginess do you want the scene to be? Obviously, if it's a very cold scene, it's going to be very foggy. But for our liking, we just want a density of 60% for the fog amount. Okay? And very important, we need to change the fall of types, that is to bottom. Okay? Now, let's try to preview our scene. I hope really this is going to go well. Let's see. Let's view things from here. Okay, from around here. Press F9 to preview. Can you see how the fog starts from the top there? And then, it affects the scene in such a nice way that what is very far away looks as if it's really in the distance, and we can't really see into it. Okay? You'll notice if we press 8, if we change the amount of the fogginess to 120, or even, let's see, 100, okay, for the density, and press F9, you'll notice it becomes so foggy that we can't really see what's in the horizon, and hence we can only see the outermost parts of the ocean. Okay? So I'm going to change mine maybe to 85 or so. Preview again. There we can see parts of the sides of the sea, and then of course as we get closer to the camera we can't really see the fogginess anymore. Okay? And again, by changing the bottom and the top of the fog, you can control how the fog appears. For instance, if I change the bottom value from minus 45 to 10, you're going to notice a big difference. Now the fog even reaches the lowest areas. Okay? Now if I change it to minus 60, let's see what happens. The sky starts. There we go. The fog appears somewhere there, and of course we have our ocean. But I think, of course, our setting of minus 45 was accurate enough. And you can see even when we rotate through our scene here, let's see things from here. What I really like is the illusion of depth and distance that we've really managed to recreate quite well indeed in our scene. Hence, what is really far can't really be seen, and hence we only see properly what is further to the front. Now, if you don't like a white fog, you can always go to Rendering, Environment, and then change the fog color. Change the fog. Select the fog, of course. Change its color from white, let's say, to a sort of bluish color, trying to imitate the color of the ocean surface itself. Press F9. Aha, can you see what it gives us there? Aha, even with the blue sky, we still have the sense of distance that is happening there between or rather around the horizon there. Okay, but I think yeah, if fog of a white color was not bad at all. Okay, I'm going to change mine to white again. And also, if you adjust the top of the fall off, you'll also notice if we change it from 20, let's say, to 60, watch what happens now. Aha, now our sky has gone way up, and the result that we're getting are not so good. That's why we decided to bring the sky down to 20. If we bring the sky all the way down to 5, you'll notice, oh, it's way too close. You see that? That's not cool. Okay, so that's why we gave it a value of 20 for the top. Now you can see it has created that nice gradient feeling going through there. Okay, and again, if we change the density from 85 to let's see, 35, again you can notice what goes on there, of course. But we'll switch our settings back to 60 or 55. Let's see. Indeed, quite a beautiful scene that we're getting. Okay. I think 60 was the best. Let's see. And mind you, the mesh smoothing has only been turned off in the viewport. That is why in the scene we can easily see how smooth the ocean surface looks like. Okay, and now at this point you might want to create the camera from this view. Let me change it to H faces again so that we can see what we're actually working on. Okay, let's say if we are around here, to give people a better perspective of what's going on. Let's just confirm that this is really a nice view to view things from. Aha, indeed, quite a nice view. You can see how into the distance things appear as if there were mountainous areas there, you know. We so can't see them because they're so much away in the distance. And again, we don't want these cut edges, so let's zoom in a bit. Before you render your scene, we are going to render, change the output size to something else. And since these days we are in the world of high definition, we are going to change. I'm going to change mine to HDTV 1280 by 720 for the output size, and then right click on the perspective viewport and then select show save frame. Now show save frame allows us to see what will appear in the animation and what will not make it. Okay, now with this perspective viewport, we go to views, create camera from view, or you can simply press Ctrl C on the keyboard. And now from this view here, if we play this back, you will notice how the ocean will nicely ripple right in front of us. And you'll notice now we are using a camera. Since I'm using a higher resolution, you'll notice my screen is a bit smaller now. Look at the detail though, hey? No, this is quite beautiful indeed. Quite beautiful indeed. So, but we've created our camera. Now we can see how things look like from this point of view. But I really can't hold myself. My goodness, this is unbelievable. And look how the ocean glitters at the edges, and it looks as if it's reflecting clouds or something. And my goodness, the fog in the horizon, this is just unbelievable. Of course, only at henrythejedi.com you will believe. Now at this point you'll notice one doesn't even really need to move the camera because things will just happen quite smoothly in front. To render your scene well, you simply go to rendering, render, and of course make sure it's active time segment of 0 to 600 frames. As you can see, we've selected HDTV, and then render output, click on files, and of course call it henrythejedi.com ocean. Please do not drown in this ocean, it's only virtual. I usually like PNG sequences, so we're going to change the save as type to PNG. Make sure you save the alpha channel, click OK, and yeah, simply hit render. And please, if you notice that your PC is rendering a bit slower than mine, I'm actually using a quad-core computer. You know, I've got 4 CPUs here, so if things tend to go fast on my side, don't worry, okay? Just bear with your PC, or if you have a quad-core, even better, okay? It's just my PC which tends to have a faster performance, okay? So yeah, you'll notice now, 3D Max is creating the image sequence for us to use later, okay? And I just wish there was, oh my goodness, I don't know what to wish anymore. And then once your animation sequence is done rendering, you can simply open up After Effects. Then you go to File, Import, File. I'm just going to import a little sequence of mine here that I created. Okay, this is just one of the ways, a little way of showing you how 3D Max and After Effects can actually work together in a quick way. We're going to select our ocean layer. Let's add a little glow to it. So we'll go to Effects, Stylize, Glow. Not too much, or else you really lose the whole idea of the glowiness. So, and you don't want to mess up with the ramp, so you can see what the glowing is really doing to our scene there. So I'm going to increase the glow threshold like that, and reduce the glow intensity maybe just to 0.2. Okay, you can see the little difference that we just created. And then we're going to create a vignette for it, but before that we go to Effects, Color Correction, Levels, and yeah, just trying to bring out the true colors. Can you see how our level is really trying to bring out some darkness in our image? And then you might also try this one, Effect Color Correction, CC Toner. You can see, CC Toner allows us to change the color of the sea to something that we like. As you can see, we change it from blue to a brown color. We might even change it to an orangish color. As you can see, that becomes a darkish color. But again, that's really up to you. And then once you've done that, all the color corrections, we are going to the drawing panel, select the elliptical mask tool, double click to create an elliptical mask tool. Click on the button there to show it in the viewport, and then press MM to expand the mask settings. And we're simply going to increase the feathering amount. Turn off the mask view option there. So now you'll notice it's as if the mask appears as if it's some sort of, I don't know, almost as if it was shot from a movie or something, you know. So my scene is still rendering. This was just a quick way of showing you what could be done with the ocean ripples happening in the scene. And then if you want to take things even further with creativity, as we always do here at Henrythejedi.com, here's what you can do. Select the composition that you've just created with the Henrythejedi ocean. Okay, let me delete the one I created now so that you guys can see what I did. We're going to select the composition you just created and then drop it to a new composition window. As you can see, it now contains the ocean layer pre-composed already. And then we're going to create a text here. I'm going to type here Henrythejedi. It's better that the text must be big so that people can see what you're about to create. And I won't tell you what you're about to create, so position it like that. Again, the text preferably must be big and bold like this one. Now, very important, you must move the text layer below the ocean layer. And then we're going to expand these settings here. Okay, you see these buttons at the bottom of your screen? Expand them, click on them so that we can expand them. And then where it says track mate, we're going to change it from none. We're going to tell it to use the Luma mate from Henrythejedi Ocean. And now, can you see what the Luma mate did? It fills in the layer with the ocean texture. Can you see that? So that now, when we play through our animation, let me make this a bit bigger so that you guys can see. When we scrub through our animation, you can see how the waves are busy playing through the scene there. Okay, now this is really one of the ways you can take it up, and you can still select the text and add a glow to it. So you go to Effect, Stylize, Glow. Again, it's never good to overdo something, so just a bit. And then of course, if you think your ocean is a bit too dull, you simply go back to the ocean layer, select it, select the ocean layer, and we're going to add Effect, Color Correction, Tint or Toner, or whichever one you might prefer. Let's say if we were to change the tinted color to red, or red is a bit too strong. How about a complete blue, like that one? So now it looks as if the ocean is moving at the night time. When we go back to our ocean layer here, you'll notice what it has done, of course. But then again, the results are not always what we want. Okay, so beware of that. Okay. Let me yeah, so I'm going to change. Let's say if we were to change it to a shiny orange, perhaps this could change results in the other layer. Not really, but at least you can see what the idea that we try to come up with here, to fill in words with another layer, so that now it animates as if the ocean is actually being busy. It's as if the ocean is appearing through our text layer there. And for those of you who watch our tutorials here, you will notice we use the same technique when we created our Henrythejedi.com t-shirt animation. You're going to notice how the text animation takes place. Yeah, especially here with the tiger. You'll notice the text is being shown above the tiger's image and still containing the tiger's texture. Very clever technique indeed. Look at that, how it passes through the animal's skin there. Okay, so indeed this is quite one of the ways indeed we have expanded our knowledge that we use from the other tutorial. Okay, this is quite awesome indeed. So the same kind of knowledge that we've expanded here, where we show you, of course, in fact, how to put the ocean layer right inside. Alright, well, I would like to thank you for watching our exciting video tutorial right here at Henrythejedi.com. And the good news don't stop. You can always boost your skills and productivity inside of 3D Max and After Effects by getting yourself a copy of one of our great training DVDs. At the moment we have Creative Phenomena for After Effects and 3D Max, in which we are going to help you boost your production and motion graphic skills. You know, we have After Effects Unmatched for After Effects users of all levels. And of course we have our awesome Henrythejedi.com t-shirts, through which you look so good that you'll be radiating your creativity. And of course we save you quite a lot of money with our product bundles by offering you great discounts on our product. Okay, and of course we accept credit cards, Western Union for those who don't have credit cards, and of course we ship all over the world using FedEx. And of course, if you have further questions, you can always contact us on our contact page, or you can always go to our support page where we answer most of your questions, such as how do you order, how does it get delivered to you, and so forth. And please also make sure you check out the rest of our tutorials page, where we even help you further with your production skills with After Effects and 3D Max. And for those of you who are interested in getting yourselves these high quality video tutorials to your hard drive so that you can watch them at the comfort of your home, you know, the internet can be slow sometimes, you can always register or subscribe to our newsletter service, through which you will be the first to know as to when our latest tutorials and products available, and when are we having our great discounts to save you money. Okay, and of course you can always go to our tutorials page and of course subscribe, or go to the forum and register or log in so that you can get access to all this and more. Okay, and for those of you who have created great works, let's say in 3D Max, if you've had great show reels or works in progress that you want to share with the rest of the world, well, you can always go to henrythejedi.com/showcase arena, okay, where you can log in or register. And of course here you can always post your works that you've done in 3D Max or After Effects or Photoshop or Blender for that matter, and you can of course share it with the rest of the community so that we can see how good your work is. Okay, so registration is free at henrythejedi.com/showcase arena. So we are always waiting for you to showcase your creativity with us. Okay, so thank you so much once more for watching. My name is Henry Mbata, also known as the Jedi. Until next time, you will believe. Goodbye.